Hello everybody, we are back with another What I Eat in a Day as a Fat Person video. Hopefully today I don't get as heated as I did last time. And as always, please put your guesses of what you think these people are going to eat down in the comments below before we begin and see what's up. I am going to guess that someone is going to have a coffee that is probably 1,000 calories. So let's go.
Here's what I eat in a day as a fat Latina. For breakfast, I toasted me some multigrain bread, and then I made me smashed avocado with lime, salt, and pepper, and then I put some boiled eggs on.
Looks absolutely delicious. Very, very solid breakfast. Can't really complain about any of it. Looks really, really good. Only thing would be when you've got boiled eggs, if you put them on a grater, like if you grate them like you're grating cheese, it makes them all nice and crumbly and it's so easy to spread over like avocado toast really evenly. So other than that, there's nothing to say about this. It looks absolutely delicious.
I loved it a lot more than I thought I would. Then I had me a strawberry plate yogurt. For lunch, I had my
There's nothing really wrong with yogurts either. If you can, go for one that's more natural, like a Greek yogurt, or a more kind of like an unflavoured one, because if you go for something like strawberry, then they can be incredibly high in sugars. But in general, there's nothing really to complain about when it comes to yogurt. They're a pretty solid snack, or in this case, part of a breakfast. So nothing really to say about that. She's had a pretty solid day so far, but based on the picture, it looks like we're going downhill a little bit.
meat pies with my Melinda's hot sauce that I can never forget. These meat pies are so bomb. And yes, the recipe is up. Go check it out. I also
Meat pies, whilst they can be nice, they are ultra processed meat in pastry, so they're not very balanced. They are very tasty, so I like Jamaican patties, and there's a shop in London that my friend and I go to quite regularly for the Jamaican patties. They're delicious. It's just meat and pastry. Tasty. It's not something that you should have every day, and if you are going to have something like a meat pie, by all means have it, but have something on the side that doesn't cancel it out, because you can't cancel out calories. It doesn't work like that at all. But have something on the side that is going to make you feel more full based on volume. So have a really big salad, some carrot sticks, some celery sticks, cucumber sticks with hummus, stuff like that, just so you're eating more food and it's not just ultra processed, high in fat garbage. Because when you've got a diet that's really high in fat, it causes gastric emptying to speed up. So your stomach empties faster due to the high fat content, and that makes you feel hungry sooner than you would if you had something more balanced. So just be mindful when you're having something that is very, very high in fat, you probably will feel hungry very soon.
got this Nature Valley peanut butter chocolate wafer bar, and it was my first time trying this one. I was afraid.
I bet that is a calorie bomb just due to the fact that it's got chocolate and peanut butter in it. It's not the best snack. I'm not surprised that she is snacky because she hasn't eaten much food. The breakfast was really solid, can't complain about that. Then she had the yogurt, again, nothing really to say about it. But the meat pie, just on its own, isn't a full meal. But it is enough calories to be a meal, but it's not a meal in and of itself. If she'd have added a lot of veggies on the side, or if she'd had an apple and a banana, or a couple of pieces of fruit or berries or something like that, just to make it more voluminous in her stomach, it would probably slow the gastric emptying, and it would also make her feel more satiated because there's more food in her belly. So then going for a snack like this that's ultra processed and just got no real nutrition in it, it's not the best choice. You are much better, as always, having a piece of fruit or a pot of berries, even another Greek yogurt with some honey, something like that, instead of a Nature Valley bar. But at the same time, it's not as bad as a chocolate bar, so you got to give and take.
It'll be too chocolatey because it does have chocolate, and I'm not a chocolate fan, but it's perfect. It's really good. It's nice and light, actually. I got a little active on my
Oh, that looks
treadmill,
good.
and then for
I'm glad that she's got a treadmill and that she was walking on it. Walking is a very solid exercise. It's really good for you, very low impact, and you can just walk for hours. And if you're going outside, of course, this lady is on the treadmill, so you can't really look at much. But if you're walking outside, you get the fresh air, you get to see people, even if you're not interacting with them, seeing people is always quite good. And you can just see the nature or whatever you're walking around enjoying, whether that's city or nature, or whatever it is. Really, really good.
dinner, I had white rice with fish and some shrimp tacos on the side. And
Again, another really solid meal. Um, Looks really, really good. I wonder if she is trying to lose weight or if she is on a health journey of sorts, because her day has been pretty low calorie, minus the meat pie, and everything is very healthy. This is not reminiscent of what these people usually eat. More power to her. I hope she continues to eat like this, because this will make her feel better in the long run, and it will do her health a really good thing. It'll be great for her health. But I can't say that I believe she eats like this every day, unless she is on a weight loss journey and dropping weight very, very quickly, because she is a big girl, and there's no way that this diet that she's, or this day of eating that she's shown us, is enough to maintain her weight at the size she is. So she's either snacking off camera, not showing us everything, or this is a one-off day, which is why she's recorded it. Because I imagine a lot of them do that as well. They have a really, really good, healthy day, and they show us that, and then tomorrow they're eating McDonald's for breakfast. So hopefully she does continue to eat like this, and I hope she does for her own sake. But this is a really, really solid dinner as well.
Of course, some Melinda's. I put Melinda's on everything. That hot sauce is my favorite. Other than that, that was it, and that was all.
Fair enough. So this lady is silenced because she is playing music, which none of us want to listen to, and so we're going to see what she's eating. We're off to a fabulous start with some kind of takeout meal, as always. So she's got some kind of chips, she's eating it in a really strange way, some kind of fried thing. So 3-piece lemon pepper chicken tender basket with fries and hot sauce. So deep fried potatoes and deep fried chicken. Not best. Not best at all. And the hot sauce, I think hot sauce is relatively low in calories, so you can't really complain about that. But starting your day with fried food just isn't the one. First of all, your bank account, and secondly, it's not going to be good for your stomach or your digestion or setting you up for the day in general. So I don't know if these people go to work, but I can't imagine anything worse than going to work for a shift, whether it's 8 hours or 12 hours or whatever it is, and having greasy food sat in my stomach. I used to have a colleague who would eat these really greasy samosas like almost every single day, because he got them from the work van that used to come around. They were so greasy, and the smell of it in the office would make me feel sick, and the other colleague that was also in the office, so we would either have to open the window or leave the office at lunch because it was so foul to smell. So I don't know if that's, I don't know how these people can just not feel that and not feel sick all the time when they're eating like that and then sitting at a desk or doing something physical. I just don't understand how you can start your day like that. It's just disgusting. Look how she's eating it as well. She's obviously playing up to the camera, but it just looks like food addiction to me. It just looks like an addict getting their fix, which is not a good look. Chamoy, pickle, fruit roll-up, Takis, sour candy, spaghetti. Christ. So sugar on sugar on sugar on sugar on sugar. The only thing to say about this is that it is not beige, but it is bright red. This is clearly done as a show for the video, which is just vile. I don't know why you would eat like this for a video or not for a video. Like, is she catering to a specific audience that we shouldn't really mention on YouTube? Because I wonder if that is the case. I imagine it is, because that audience pays a lot of money for stuff like this from big girls. But this is just ghastly. Of course she's probably not eating this every day, but even so, it's no good for you at all. Protein bar, healthy. So we've got in the health and the protein for the health and the gains. This is no good. You may as well just eat a chocolate bar, which is basically what it is. So she's eaten fried chicken and chips for breakfast. Then she's had that monstrosity of sweets for, a snack or lunch. And now she's having a protein bar. So we've had no real food all day. Look at it. It's the chocolate bar. And a mocha ice, mocha? Oh, I can't read. Iced coffee. So we've already got chocolate on it, so that's a start. It's creamy, so that's also a good start. Yeah, probably 500 calories, I guess, depending on how she made it. And probably sugar. And a homemade protein fudge pop. Again, with the protein, being healthy, cancelling out the food that we ate this morning. Just because you eat like garbage in the morning and then have a protein bar or an apple at the end of the day, it doesn't cancel it out. Your 50 calories of an apple does not cancel out 50 calories of the 500 calorie meal that you had for breakfast. It doesn't work like that. And this is still a sweet. It's ice cream, it's a dessert. So she's eaten fried chicken and chips for breakfast, that sweet thing, pickle thing for lunch. Then she had a protein bar, and now she's had a protein, and then she had a sweet coffee. She had a milkshake, and now she's having an ice cream. And the addition of the protein in the ice cream makes absolutely zero difference realistically when the rest of your diet looks as garbage as it does. So this is just, I don't know what, a play to be healthy, making herself feel better. The fact that her diet is atrocious, I have no idea. But it's ridiculous, to be honest. Just pure chocolate, may as well be. And lots of water to cancel out the fat and the grease from everything else. I don't believe that's all she ate that day. I truly don't. Because she's a very big girl, and that those calories, much like the first one, do not equate to a physique like this. Not to be nasty and not to be mean, but there's no way that she's eating like that and getting this big. She must be eating other stuff on the side that she's not showing. Or this was a very good day for her. Okay, so we're on to the next girl, and she's also silenced due to the music. The screen says, "What I eat in a day is a fat girl who doesn't care for counting calories." Okay. 8 a.m, feta, scrambled eggs, and a chai. So it's always funny how the ones that don't care about calories and all that eat healthy food, isn't it? Or a display of healthy food. But again, there's nothing wrong with this at all. Maybe have some fruit on the side just to make it more rounded as a meal. But absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. Maybe add some like fried tomato, well, roasted tomatoes or something else just to make it more colourful. Even some beans. I know that's a very English thing to say, but beans are delicious. Just to make it more of a meal. But yeah, nothing wrong with it. Another chai latte. So he's up to 2 chai lattes at 9 o'clock in the morning. I imagine this is a packet, like a chai latte packet of like a sachet that she's opened, emptied in, and put hot water in. They can be like 30, 50 calories, so there's nothing really to say about that. You are better off having like a normal coffee, but if this is one that she's made herself, there's no harm in it at all, in the grand scheme of things. 12 p.m, walk to the cafe for a schnitzel burger. So her second meal of the day is takeout. Expensive, and this looks like an apple juice. Apple juice is just straight sugar because they've taken all of the fibre out of the actual fruit itself. So when they press it and process it to make it apple juice from the apple, the fibre is lost because that is in the skin and the flesh. So you're just left with sugar water essentially. Absolutely delicious, don't get me wrong. I love apple juice on occasion, but it is just sugar water essentially. I wonder how big the burger is as well. Enormous, look at the size of it. 4 p.m, second lunch because hungry, leftover chicken salad. I'm not surprised that she's hungry because look how many carbs she ate in this burger. It's absolutely enormous. She needs 2 hands to hold it and they're filling her hands. It's insane how many calories and how many carbs are going to be in this. So it's going to shoot up her blood sugar, shoot up her insulin, then she's going to have a massive crash, and then she's going to be hungry again. If she had brought lunch to work, why didn't she just eat her lunch that she brought to work? Because she's got a Tupperware container of a salad. Why not have that first? And if you're hungry, go make something else that's healthy. Why go for the trash option first? It's ridiculous. So she's had this chicken salad, and then she's had this can of drink of just whatever it is. What did it say it was? Protein shake? My fave energy drink. Okay. Oh, my cat's playing with the plant. Yeah, so absolutely nothing wrong with the salad at all. It looks tasty. The only thing that I would say is maybe don't use chicken tenders and breaded chicken in your chicken salad. It does add flavour, but it also adds unnecessary carbs, unnecessary fats and oils as well. But if that's what makes you eat salad, then do it by all means, because you're better off with that than having a burger. But she should have started with this rather than going for the schnitzel burger first. 7 p.m, some mid Carl's Jr., so some kind of takeout with some more fried chicken and some chips. So we're having oil and carbs. I wonder if she's got a single vegetable. Oh, and a milkshake. Little sneaky milkshake in there. It is a normal size milkshake though. It's not enormous like most of them. But yeah, so she's got fried food and sugar. Just garbage. Absolute trash. Again, do I believe that's all she ate that day? Yeah, I think so, to be honest. She probably had a few snacks here and there. Like, I would bet that she had a snack before bed, but it's not the worst day that we've seen. Still absolute garbage, but it's not the worst that we've seen. So this lady is also muted. So what I eat in a day is a fat girl who's not trying to lose weight. If you're the size that she is, again, not to be nasty, if you are the size that she is, you should want to lose weight. Not only for your health, but for your general well-being. Your mental health will be much better if you lost weight. I would guarantee it. On my period edition, aka hungry, a vibe, honestly. And I understand as a woman that when we're on that time of the month, we do get hungry, or some women it's before, a week after. Everyone is different, but I understand the hormones making you want to eat food. Yes, you can eat a little bit more during that time of the month because your body is using a little bit more calories, but I think it's about 100 calories extra that you can have that your body is using during that time. It is not you can go out and eat another entire meal because that you will be over your calories. I understand the pain. I do. I'm a woman. I've been there. I am living it like all the time, obviously, as we all are. But don't use your period as an excuse to eat like trash for a week out of the month because that is very quickly going to add up and you are going to gain weight and you're going to feel like garbage. 7 a.m. Weetabix and an apple. Can't go wrong with that. Looks quite tasty. Can't really say anything. The only thing would be add some protein, whether that's in the form of a protein shake, as much as I dislike them. They do serve a purpose. If you don't want to eat protein in the morning, go for a protein shake. It's better than nothing, but you are much better off having a side of even like chicken breast, if that's your thing, eggs, egg cups, something like that, just on the side to make it more filling, because this will spike and crash her blood sugar again because it's carbs and fruit. So it's carbs and sugar. Yes, it's natural sugars. It's still sugar. It still affects the body in the same way. My cat is being a menace over there. She's eating a box. But yeah, add some protein and you'll be perfectly fine with this meal. 12 p.m. Last night's leftovers, chicken, potato, peas and corn. That is not a lot of food. That looks like the portion that you'd give a toddler. I mean, I wouldn't feed my toddler fried chicken, but the principle is that that is not a lot of food. That is not going to keep her full at all. If she doesn't add something else to this and she says that she has dinner at 5 p.m, I don't believe it. She must have a snack probably at 2 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. 2 o'clock, she's having a snack. It's because her lunch was terrible. Eat your food. Eat real food because that was real food. It looked like it was home cooked. That was real food. Eat that. Don't eat crisps because they do nothing for you. It's just empty carbs and fat. Why not have more lunch? If you are somebody that does not want to wake up early in the morning to make lunch, make it the day before. Don't rely on a very tiny portion of leftovers, and there's nothing wrong with having leftovers for lunch. I do it all the time. If your leftovers are not enough to make a lunch, add something to it to make it a lunch. Add a big salad, add some protein, add an egg cup, add some boiled eggs, add something to make it an actual lunch. So you don't fall into this trap of eating trash at 2 o'clock because you're hungry because your lunch was nothing. Her lunch was a snack at best. So it's so frustrating because she was on the right path of eating something decent. So she's had a relatively good breakfast. She's had a relatively good but tiny lunch, and now she's going downhill because her lunch was ridiculous. So she's had snacks, a slice of cheese because I was hungry, but going out to dinner very soon after. Okay, so there's nothing really inherently wrong with cheese. Very calorie dense, so you are better off weighing it out, but cheese as a thing, as a food group, is pretty good for you. It's got calcium and all the other stuff in it. You are better off getting a more higher quality cheese just for the quality of it, obviously. But there's nothing actually inherently wrong with cheese. So that's not that bad. And the fact that she's not eating a proper meal before going out for dinner is a good thing. But again, if she'd have had a proper lunch, she probably wouldn't be so hungry at 5 o'clock that she feels the need to snack. Oh, so it's just ultra processed plastic cheese that she's eating. Not the best. And dinner is takeout by the looks of things. Oh, I don't know what that is. That looks quite ghastly. Oh, it's a burrito bowl with chips in it. Okay, well, okay. That is a lot of guacamole. Guacamole is lovely, it's avocado obviously, and it's very, very tasty. Avocados are fantastic for you, they're a really good source of fats and healthy fats as well. But it is, again, very, very calorically dense. So, as tasty as it is, as healthy as it is, if you are minding your calories, of course she's not, if you are minding your calories, be careful of avocado because it will shoot your calories through the roof. It's good, it's tasty, but just be mindful and look at the sources that she's got. So she's having a burrito bowl, which can be made quite healthy if you go for kind of like your rice and your beans. They are good sources of carbs, and then you go for more veggies and like a grilled meat. There's nothing wrong with that, but adding chips and like saucy things and probably 5 tablespoons of guacamole is not the way. It's a big portion too. Movie time, got popcorn to share. It's a lot of popcorn, and I've seen that Americans put like melted butter on popcorn in the cinema as well. If you're doing that, the calories are going to be through the roof because butter is insanely calorically dense and just fats. I imagine it's tasty. I've never done it. I've never seen it in the UK. But if it was just normal, plain, nothing on it popcorn, it's a fairly decent snack. But if it is with added butter, yeah, it's not the way. 9 p.m, back home and winding down with a hot chocolate, so more sweets right before bed. Okay, well, her day started really promising and it went downhill really quickly after her very tiny lunch. So that is why it's important to eat real meals. Eat real meals of real food. You probably won't snack as much and you won't be tempted to eat garbage at the end of the day because you're feeling so hungry. And especially when you're on that time of the month, don't just eat nothing because you're going to be hungry anyway. You're going to be hungry, so don't then eat the size of the meal for a toddler. You're going to be starving, and then you're going to feel more inclined to eat crisps and chocolate and sweets, which you don't really want to do because it's going to make you feel worse anyway. You're already going to be feeling bad. Don't make it worse by adding garbage food that's going to make you feel even worse. It's just silly. I know it's hard, I know it is, but just try and control yourself. And whipped cream as well, brilliant. Okay, so we're on to the last lady. Again, silence because of the music. Apologies for all of these silence videos. This wasn't intentional. But the screen says, what I eat in a day is a fat girl who isn't trying to lose weight. I was craving junk on this day and that's okay. Well, it is and it's not. If you are enormous, and apologies for using that word and that terminology, but if you are really super morbidly obese, it is not okay to be craving junk food and just eating it all day, because everybody else suffers the consequences of your choices when your health declines and everybody else has to pay for it. Especially in a country like mine where I've got socialised healthcare and the taxpayer are paying for it, that's not fair on the rest of us. And when you're in America, where you've got the insurance premiums, when you've got these super morbidly obese people that are consistently claiming on the system, your insurance premiums go up. So you are paying for it still. So it's not fair on everybody else that is paying into the system to support you when your health declines because you eat like trash all the time. And I don't believe this is going to be a completely unusual day for her if she is super morbidly obese. I imagine she does this relatively often, but we'll see. So she's starting the day off with a lollipop, which is just not the way. Don't have a sugar stick for breakfast. Just don't do that. Have some food. A lollipop on the way to help my parents as their car broke down. Oh, well, that's no fun. But yeah, and then she had 10 o'clock, she had breakfast was a grilled cheese and some green olives. Well, breakfast was a lollipop, but okay. That is a lot of cheese. Nothing wrong with olives, but that is a lot of cheese. A fairly okay breakfast, but have some protein, as I always say. And she'd already started her day off with sugar, so we were off to a bad start anyway. Have a grilled cheese, there's nothing wrong with that. But add something to it to make it not just carbs and fat. Add some protein, add some veggies on the side, or whatever in your sandwich if you like that. Do something that makes it not just bread and cheese, because you're going to be hungry. And the olives don't count really, because there's not enough of them. 2 p.m, ordered McDonald's because I was so exhausted and couldn't get out of bed. I don't think it's normal. Forgive me if I'm speaking out of turn. I don't think it's normal to be so exhausted by 2 p.m. when your day started at 8 a.m. to be so exhausted you can't get out of bed. That's crazy to me. She got her parents and she helped her parents when their car broke down, but she wasn't pushing the car down the highway. I imagine she went there to collect her parents so they had somewhere safe to sit and not on the side of a motorway or something, and then maybe change a tyre at most. There's no way she should have been that exhausted from helping a broken down car that a few hours later she's in bed, too tired to get out of bed to the point where she's ordering McDonald's. And McDonald's is not going to help your exhaustion, is it? So she started a day off with sugar, then she's had carbs and fat, and now she's having McDonald's. And also she went out to get her parents at 8 o'clock. Her breakfast at her house, or her parents' house, was at 10 a.m. So within that space of that 2 hours, that issue was solved to the extent where she wasn't involved anymore. So all of her activity happened between 8 and 10. And now she's at 2 o'clock exhausted, she can't get out of bed. Does she not go to work and contribute? How is she affording this food? I would love to know, I truly would, because I can't afford to eat like this. Even if I wanted to. Look at it. Look at that drink, that was purple. Or is that just the case that it's in? That is... wow. Can't get out of bed, but you can get up to get the food. Okay. Oh, she got a Happy Meal by the looks of things. Is that a Happy Meal? Do they come in boxes? Or is that just a box that they give adults to make them feel better? I'm such a grimace girl. The shake is so yum. I don't know what that means. I got a Big Mac in my grimace meal. Oh, okay, fair enough. Some kind of, what, cartoon or something? Big Mac, healthy for you. It will definitely perk you up and make you feel energized for doing something productive in the rest of the day, much like the fries. Oh, that wasn't dinner. That wasn't dinner. Okay. Okay, brilliant. That wasn't dinner. What time did she have that? 2 p.m. Okay. That was lunch. So lunch was McDonald's, and now she's having... dinner was whatever was in the fridge, and I was still full from my Mackies. I don't believe that. So she had an Aldi broccoli bake. If you know, you know. This is divine. Okay, I can't say anything about this. It looks quite good in terms of the broccoli. There is a lot of broccoli in it, obviously. It's a broccoli bake. I don't know what the Aldi broccoli bake is. Can't tell you. But if there's no protein in it, that's where you're going wrong. Add protein. And this does not undo the lollipop for breakfast or the McDonald's meal. It does not undo it just because you have something healthy at the end of the day after you've gone crazy. It is much better to do it, don't get me wrong. If you start your day off badly, or in a way that you're not happy with, you don't have to continue to eat like trash just because you feel your day is ruined. That is a complete myth. You don't have to do that. If you eat off plan, or if you eat in a way that you don't feel great afterwards, you don't have to continue that bad habit just because the day is ruined. It doesn't work like that at all. You can then change it around. You can kind of stop, self-reflect. I've eaten something that I don't feel happy about. I feel that I'm too full. I feel too heavy. I'm not happy with the choices that I've made. But it is now 10 a.m. and I can change my day around and I can make myself feel better. I can have an apple, I can have a banana, and that will settle my palate a little bit, and then I can move on to a healthy lunch. I don't have to eat McDonald's, and I don't have to eat fried cheese. That is a real thing. But this looks performative to me. Because she had a lollipop for breakfast, then a grilled cheese, and then McDonald's because she was too exhausted to get out of bed. But by 7 p.m. she's not exhausted anymore and she can get up and cook. Okay, you could have got up and cooked at 2 o'clock as well. You could have made this at 2. And then she had some kind of orange drink. And a lemon, lime, and bitters. Okay. A cheeky chocky. Okay, brilliant. So she had chocolate as well after dinner. Was the lollipop not enough dessert for the day? I don't believe she only had one either. Bye. Okay, so that's enough of them. This is what I ate yesterday, and yesterday was a day I went out with my friend, and I know with my friend, he likes to go to restaurants, so I knew that we would probably be going to a restaurant when we went out. So this was my breakfast. I had 3 eggs, or I had 2 fried eggs that were fried in a little bit of butter on the side with another egg on a piece of sourdough bread. And then I had lots of peas and sweet corn with some broccoli, and on the toast it is smashed broccoli as well. And then on this side I had some lettuce, and I had that I started eating it at like 10, and I've got a really bad habit of starting a meal and then walking away from it and then going back to it later on because it's really filling, and that's just the way I like to eat. So I started this at maybe 10 o'clock and then I finished it about 3:30. So it was kind of like breakfast and lunch. And I also had a cup of coffee as well with this, and then water for the rest of the day. And then I didn't take a video of dinner, but this was my dinner. As you can see, not the best choice. I didn't like this tzatziki or something, so I gave it to my friend. But the beetroot was really, really tasty. It was nice and tender. And then I had this massive Spanish style chicken skewer thing. So it was like grilled chicken. And then the chips. And massive, massive portion of chips. Absolutely huge. Completely unnecessary. Very delicious. And I enjoyed it. There's nothing wrong with going to a restaurant and enjoying yourself, but you don't have to eat like an arsehole all day and then do it as well. And today, the day after eating this, because I had this yesterday at the point of filming, I have eaten two poached eggs on a piece of toast for breakfast, and then I had a sausage roll at Clarkson's farm, because I went to Clarkson's farm today, and then I've got half of a what are they called? Pork pie. My English people will know. Half of a pork pie from Clarkson's farm, which I haven't eaten yet. So today I've had the toast with the 2 eggs and a sausage roll. I'm so full, it's crazy, because this is an unusual meal for me. So if you don't eat like this regularly, you can feel it. Your body reacts to it in very different ways to how you usually eat. So I don't understand how these people eat like this every day. I think I would die. I think my body would give out on me. Like, you're done. You've done too much. You're out. But this is what I ate yesterday. And I will have a video coming up in 2 days that you see this. And I will show you what I ate the day after I ate this. And then that will kind of give you a perspective of how filling stuff like this can be when it is unusual for you. But yeah, that's enough of what I ate today, and that's the end of the video. So thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, please let me know down in the comments what you thought, what you liked, what you didn't like, if you liked the video, if you didn't like it, and if you enjoy meals like this on occasion. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys!